got a new money, when the not saving, be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch. Watch out, flip. Watch out, whip. I'm in the whip. I'm in the wrist. I never switch.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed it, blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the leg out. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Well, Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ready? White 25. Mike 54. Don't get nervous.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Watch twist.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Ready? White 25. Check 45. Even. Jump. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. It's hauled in by Wilson. 6'4" tight end. And the ball is knocked out. And the Falcons grab it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
That's good for the Buccaneers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready? Flag. 22 down. 54. Wait. 5-0. Johnny. Quarterback D-line.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Wilson's got it complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Ready? Black 22. Hey, let's get him some burgers. Sonic. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Switch gears.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
It's now 3rd and goal.
40. Ready. Blue lady.
Mike, 45.
Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50.
Check 3. Check 3. Kill.
3rd and goal. Winston. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check 55. Mike, you can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
180. Hey, quarter. I'm coming for you.
Check this.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Quarter. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh?
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our route.
Mike 50.
Here's Rosen. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, 48-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Rosen. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. 23 yards the pickup there.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rosen to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Kill.
Following the interception, Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 78 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. Make the score 14-0.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. This one caught by Ridley. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. You keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Record.
Ready? 125.
54 Mike.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Shedding the tackle, that gives him some room. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
54.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Play action now. Winston. This ball caught by his tight end, Wilson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Jameis to throw it. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
It's our time. Kill. Watch out.
Hey, stop. Let's go.
3rd and long for Winston. escaping the pressure right. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On second down, it's Cohen. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Rosen. And he connects with Ebron. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Taylor. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Rosen to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now Rosen looking to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Winston. And a completion to Wilson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 4 there. Alert. Hey, check 24.
Green, triple team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do well.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the...
This is intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Watch the twist.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 16-yard line.
80. 45. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Rosen. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's just me and you. Watch the safety creek. Hatch it. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Shit.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And now it's Rosen looking. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Check 99.
They try again with Cohen. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rosen will throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. Turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
From the 36, Winston. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Get wide. Slam.
On the jet sweep, this is Godwin. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, but we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
To throw is Rosen. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This is Cohen. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Rosen. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
To throw is Winston. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
We're going to shut y'all down.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
It's just me and you. Hey, 5 on the 50.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Black, what is that? Right there, 54 Mike. Switch up, switch up. Slam. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Falcons grab it, and they will take over. Now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw here's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he connects with Ebron. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Devin White able to run him down for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Here's Rosen to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ebron's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Now Rosen on first down. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
A gain of 14. And a Falcon first down.
On first down, it's Rosen. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Trey Madden, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 24, check 24.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd down and 9.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. Complete. Richardson has it. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 2 yards is all they'll get on the complete. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Ready? Blue lady. Mike 45. Tackles, tackles.
And they will take a knee here.
Winston on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Winston on the keeper.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And this was about as close to a shutout as you could get. I mean, barring a game where you only allow a safety, but this was the next best thing, just the field goal. That's all they gave up.
Yeah, and you know something, they're going to be disappointed because they gave up the field goal. But deep inside, somewhat satisfied as well.